Hey, friends, and welcome to another episode of the podcast. On today's episode, we head to Ada to talk about all things shopping as we are full on in the holiday season. My friends, how are you today?
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. We are super excited to talk about all the wonderful things happening in the city of Ada. There is so much to talk about, and obviously you guys were super busy. In October, you had a couple of events, and right towards the end of the month, you had a huge event. And I'm wondering, I want to start there because what's been fun to watch in Ada is these events that get put on, and like thousands of human beings show up on this, into the city. And I'm wondering if you guys can kind of start there and the excitement around coming to these events and like kind of how that radiates out to retail and obviously the season that we're in of shopping.
Absolutely. So we started the month with Fall Festival, and that kind of teed us up going into the fall season. And then as the month progressed, we were messaging about Pumpkin Crawl, and that is the event that you were referencing that happened on Friday. And it's been really very exciting to see the synergy that's happening here in Ada. Our local residents, as well as residents from local communities around us, are really embracing the downtown village area here in Ada and showing up for our events. Pumpkin Crawl involved not only our storefronts, but several of our other ABA member businesses set up on a street that was closed in Ada. And yeah, thousands of people showed up, completely blew us away, exceeded all expectations. The weather helped, but it was very exciting evening and just a lot of fun to see so many families out enjoying Ada, visiting our storefronts. I was in speaking to a store owner today, and they just loved it. They have never seen anything quite like it, with just all the smiles on the faces, people really excited to be in Ada and be a part of an event in Ada.
Now, I know this hasn't really happened overnight, and there was obviously a blip because of we stopped for a global pandemic for a minute, right? But can we talk a little bit about the momentum coming into Ada and because every single time I come into Ada for any sort of event, it all looks like that. They're all that well attended. And I'm wondering, if we can go back maybe a couple of years and talk about that evolution and bringing in different retail and kind of very specifically building up that downtown area to look and feel like it does, so that it acts as this giant magnet to pull human beings in every time your guys are like, we're doing a thing today. And the whole West Michigan is like, all right, then I guess this is where we're going.
Yeah, so I think that, really Kim and I are both new to our positions. So I think over the past year, we've really tried to develop this synergy between our two organizations who are both planning events, as well as Discover Ada, who plans events in downtown as well. So I think we have this really great synergy going on when it comes to, just building capacity to market our events, to get our businesses involved, to just get people to show up, and I think that includes the public as well as our businesses, really just rallying around and trying to support our businesses and give our businesses the tools that they need to be able to be a part of the event. So I think that Ada's really seen this shift and this synergy that's allowed us all to come together to participate, to bring in, family-friendly events that really give us the opportunity to enjoy the place where we live, work, and play.
You go to many towns in and around Michigan. Some of them are designed specifically for you to eat and drink, right? Like it's just all restaurants and bars. Some of them are designed for you to shop. What Ada has done is kind of created this perfect ecosystem where you can do all of those things, and you can literally, if you're going to the Pumpkin Prowl, to go back to October, you do that, and then you've got all of these other things that you get to do. And that intention, I think, one human being's perspective, that intention builds on that velocity and makes you want to come back and make, and as we're going to talk about here in a second, makes you want to put that on the list of where we're going for holiday shopping.
Yeah. And I think too, just adding on top of that, we were really strategic about the social district that we put in place too. So that social district is now available Thursday through Saturday, Thursdays and Fridays from 4 4:30 or 4 to 9:30, and then Saturdays noon to 9:30. So really that encompasses a lot of our events. And so I think, we're enticing people to come out, to be able to walk around with their kids, enjoy, the parks, the businesses, grab a drink, and support local as much as possible.
That environment of collaboration. We have a beautiful state-of-the-art new library here, and they're doing incredible programming. And then our Ada Township Parks and Rec is doing some amazing things. And then Haley and her team put on these wonderful Beers at the Bridge events in the summertime that really started to build the momentum heading towards fall. And with all these entities between our historic area, the new development, and as you said, having lots of different things to do in Ada, whether it's hanging out down at Legacy Park with your kids or going shopping or checking out the local brewery, there's something for everyone here, and everyone is super excited to collaborate, and that just helps to elevate everything we're doing.
Yeah, and I think, we really saw that with the Fall Festival too, thinking about what community partners we can bring in. The Historical Center, or the History Center, was a really big part of that event, and collaborating with the fire department, and the temporary exhibit at the History Center right now is our Hometown Heroes. So there's that connection that we brought into that event as well, which I think just speaks about the community partners that are here that want to make things happen and put on those events.
So, Haley, we got 2 months left in the year. What can people expect? What other events you guys have going on in November and December, and where do we go from here?
Yeah, so we're launching Winter Wonderland in a few weeks. So you can expect a lot of great events happening. First, the ABA is going to kick off with Tinsel Treats and Trolleys, which is Friday, December 2nd. Thanks, Kim. And that'll really kind of launch everything. It'll be Tinsel Treats and Trolleys. Kim can kind of go into a little bit more detail about that.
So that will be the bridge lighting, and then we'll have trolleys going around Ada. We'll have several trolley stops. Our restaurants, our businesses will be involved. We're going to have an incredible Santa's Village for the kids to go to. The library is going to have sled dogs. There will be just all types of family fun and activities for the entire family. And then the next day, the local fire department sponsors our Santa Parade, and that tees up right into the Ada Chili and Beer Festival, which is the largest combination chili cook-off beer festival in the country, right here in Ada Village. So quite a phenomenal event, fun weekend for everyone, as well as our store windows will be decorated with a window decoration competition going on.
So lots to unpack there, Kim. Let's go back a couple steps. So how long has that been the biggest event in did you say the world or the country?
In the country, possibly the world.
Okay.
I could double check
I mean,
that.
let me. Facts sort of get in the way these days. So I'll just say it's the biggest one on the planet. So how long has it been the biggest one on the planet?
We know at least since 2018. I was on the committee back then, and we started doing some research and found that for that combination of event, this one was the largest and maintains that distinction.
So is there anything else holiday themed that we should know about?
Yeah, so I think the one thing that we didn't mention was the Winter Lights Walk that the Downtown Development Authority started in 2020. It was really a way to get people into Ada, walking outside, when we were going through a pandemic. And it's really been a great way for people to come and see the businesses. So we've continued that, and that will happen this year. And so people can come and see the lights. We'll have over 60 trees lit up in the village. So yeah, it's a really great way for people to come in, walk around, see Legacy Park, and just see Ada lit up. And in addition, the lights will be up on the covered bridge all throughout the season. So that's really a spot where people love to come and see.
We're here because the MRA has kind of put us together to kind of have this conversation. For you two, what does that relationship do as we're in this season of shopping, right? We're coming out of the pumpkin prowl in October, and now people are coming in to start shopping. The MRA obviously is big into that part of helping out local retail. How does that relationship help you guys?
So what it does is it allows us to really shine a spotlight on the incredible businesses that we have here in Ada. Our restaurants, our independently owned stores, some of the other businesses that may not always get a spotlight shown on them, and it allows us to a platform to really push out the information through this grant, and having the ability to do additional things on Facebook, have commercials, have some OTT streaming capabilities, will give us that ability to showcase Ada as a destination to all of West Michigan, to say, here, this is what we have going on, come check us out, or even to just give us a platform for them to see Ada and put it in their list of places to visit in the future.
Which they absolutely should do. For you two, as you said early on in this conversation, new to this role, is there a thing that you two are passionate about getting done either in 23 or 24, that you came into this role and you're like, if I could do one thing, let it be this? Is there something on the docket that you're looking forward to getting done, or what else can people expect as we head in to the new year?
Yeah, so I think really the biggest thing for me is that collaboration piece. Like, I came into this role kind of seeing a disconnect between organizations and events happening. And I think we've always had the passion for, the people have always had the passion to plan events. We've always had great events. But I think really, truly what we've been able to do this year is to be able to collaborate and kind of just, make sure that we're doing things the best that we can. And so continuing that really has been the biggest thing. But, I think also what we're hoping to launch a New Year's Eve event this year, and also a passport come January, which is really going to just continue to be able to invite people into Ada and come and celebrate and see our local businesses, and really kind of just create that destination as a whole, and really highlight what we have going on. So Ada does have a boutique hotel that's coming as well. And so really that will support that kind of destination kind of marketing as well.
Oh, as Haley was saying, with the marketing, being a business association operating similar to a chamber, what we want to do is give all of our business members that platform, because a lot of them are independent small businesses, and help them to market their businesses, to spread the word greater and wider for them, and give them all the tools to succeed. We spend a lot of time marketing our events and marketing our individual businesses, just to really help them to succeed and to drive business into their doors.
Haley, let's go back to the boutique hotel. When is that opening?
So we don't have an exact date. I think the correct language is late 2023.
The correct okay, all right, we will note the correct language. So for the synergy that you two have been talking about, when you add a boutique hotel to what's already going on in this space, how does that change the momentum for the better in the Ada area?
It allows people to stay right here in Ada. Ada is a very walkable destination. It's a very walkable environment, and someone can stay right here. They can shop, they can go to the parks, they can use the bike paths, they can eat at the restaurants. Also, we have some events that go on here in Ada, as we mentioned, the Ada Chilean Beer Festival, where someone may want to just spend the night. We also host the Grand Rapids Triathlon in the summertime, which is the largest triathlon in Michigan, I believe. And that brings in people from all over the state as well as the Midwest. And it gives them the opportunity then to stay right here local, where the event is being held, and to really explore the area.
My friends, thank you so much for the time. If people want to learn more about the amazing stuff that's happening in Ada, where do they go?
They can visit the Ada Business Association website, adabusinessassociation.com, our Facebook page. We have Instagram, we have LinkedIn, and then Haley?
Yeah, and so you guys can also visit the adatownshipmi.com, as well as the Ada Township Downtown Development Authority Facebook page.
My friends, have a wonderful holiday season. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you
Thanks
so
a lot.
much.